Hello and welcome back everybody to the Human Reignition project. Last time we met up with Setsuna, who I am now very interested in. Because money and stuff. Yay! I am only a little bit superficial. Only a itsy bitsy tiny bit. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? I don't even know if she is working, and he's talking about Yukino of course in this case. But lacking a better plan, I sent her a message to let her know I'm swinging by Cold Zone. She might not take well to me showing up unannounced. Again. A flag icon appears on my phone, indicating she has read the message. Oh, that also exists in the future. Great. I hold my phone up as I walk, but even a couple of minutes later, she hasn't responded. Oh well. Well, if she read it, I stare at Cold Zone in amazement. It's hard to believe an ice cream parlor would stay open in winter. Yeah, they close in Germany as well in winter. I don't understand why. Like, when I want ice cream, I want ice cream. Who gives a fuck about the weather? The lack of customers confirms my suspicion that this isn't normal. I glance through the storefront and immediately spot Yukino, intently mopping a section of the floor. Her eyes are narrowed with concentration, and her hair is tucked into her hat. She's clearly putting more effort into her job than I ever do. From the looks of it, she doesn't have much choice. Someone I'm assumed to be a co-worker is lounging against the register. The scene feels uncannily familiar. Yukino looks up from her mopping and notices me. I suppose that Yukino is more worker than you are, though. And the slack off can't be as slack off as Kyo, I'm pretty sure. Before I have time to move, she's already walking out the front toward me. Hello, Ken. Hello, Yukino. I'm still at a loss for what to say, despite coming specifically to talk. Yukino clears some of the water from the entryway, making a narrow path of comparatively dry tile. Do you mind waiting for a minute? I can take your order as soon as I get this cleaned up. Her mop accelerates as she makes a gradual path back to the counter. I hesitate in the doorway. Hey, don't worry about it. I can come back later. Yukino offers me a puzzled look. The girl behind the counter still hasn't lifted a finger to help. The sign on the glass says the store won't close for another few hours. I can't imagine cleaning the floor would take that long. I slip back through the doorway, gesturing apologetically. Now that I'm coming back later, I can afford to waste some time. Ah, okay. Zap's a nearby arcade springs to mind. It's more of a video game museum than an arcade, but like movie theaters, most of the real things have long since gone bust. It's largely a novelty, but still a good place to kill time. Oh, that's the map. I was wondering what the hell popped up there. I've been there lots, but I have to plot a course using my contact. Zap is located in a part of the city designed as a nostalgia trip. The architecture here trends toward the decorative and gaudy, and the windows are crammed with mannequins and showcase pieces. It is fun seeing all the old-style shopping, but there's a reason people just buy things online. I swear to God this won't happen in the future. Like, something that is so well established as buying in stores won't die because of the internet. It won't. I mean, it will get less, but it will never die completely. Just saying, that is what history usually has proven. Something that is established very well, usually at least in the how do you say that? At least in the capitalistic system, let's put it like this. Something that is very well established, like newspapers or stores or something, will never go away completely. I mean, it will get very small, but it will never go away completely. Zap is right in the corner of the nostalgia district. On the other hand, who in the hell has cassettes today? Who the fuck wrote that, what I just said? That makes no sense. Thinking about it again. I mean, nobody has cassettes these days. You can't even buy them anymore. That is bullshit. I call the person who said that out for bullshit. I hope newspapers will survive, though. I really like newspapers. That is right on the corner of the nostalgia district, where it occupies several floors of a large mall. I hop up a few stone steps and pass through a sliding door to get in. And who are you going to meet there? Emerging from an elevator, I'm almost blinded by the natural light pouring through the glass. It gives the feeling that there's nothing between me and the open sky. At the center of the room, a spiral staircase winds up to the second floor. It sounds as empty as this one. I haven't been here in months, and it looks like all of the games have been switched out again. There's a new expo on a designer who died recently, with a timeline of some of his biggest titles. The only familiar one is an old tank driving simulator that uses an early virtual reality helmet. Oculus Rift, huh? They've brought it through here at least 4 times now, and I'm not inclined to try it again. Another game is described as a homage to the first video games. It's a basic dodge the obstacles skiing game, which you can't win. Instead, you just strive for the high score. I see. There was a similar off-road racing game when I first visited, and I got pretty good at it. Might be able to get my name on the leaderboard for this one. I shove in a token. The lights and effects burst to life with startling intensity. The Zap's mascot character wishes me good luck before it fades off screen to a countdown. I grab the controls. 10 seconds later I crash into a tree. A gloomy game over screen demands another token. I oblige and my little skier is resurrected at the top of the mountain. I do better this time, lasting almost half a minute before an avalanche buries me in an under-mountain of snow. I jam in another token. You will be poor by the end of the day. It'll just take a couple of runs to get into form, then the high scores are mine. 50 minutes later, I'm almost out of tokens. My longest run was a meager 245, barely half of what I'll need. I dig deep in my pockets for another coin. Wow, you kind of suck at this. I spin around to find Yukino smirking at me. How long have you been there? I came in right as you hit the Yeti. Oh, which time? Yukino laughs. It happened more than once. There's no way to clear it without any lift. Anyway, how come you're here? I saw you at the store earlier. When I started my break, my phone said you were here. They can do that? Like for real? What creepy shit is that? Apparently, I just got a notification saying you were close by, and it asked if I wanted directions to you. That is kind of creepy. Very. I wonder if there's a way to disable that. After Senri's failure, I'm guessing probably not. I stretch out my fingers for the first time in half an hour, wincing at the stiffness of my joints. How long are you on a break? 45 minutes or so. I was supposed to go like 2 hours ago, but my coworker messed up and was late coming back, and I didn't want to leave during the rush. So by the time I get back, it'll be practically time to close. Here, catch. I toss one of the tokens towards Yukino. She flinches, and it bounces off her hand and almost rolls under a machine. She grabs it and straightens back up, looking sheepish. Let's see you do better. I gesture at the ski game. A devious light comes into Yukino's eyes. I swear she will do better. She sets the jacket she was carrying down on another machine. I see no jacket, but okay. Maybe she was carrying it on her legs. I step aside so she can take the controls for the game I was playing. She frowns when she grips the joystick. Gross, it's all sweaty. Oops. Too late now. She wipes her hands on her apron, then sticks the token into the machine. The map is randomly generated each time, and Yukino lucks out. There aren't any of the hard-to-dodge trees at the start. A character leaps over a boulder and continues deftly down to the slope. As the timer passes 1 minute, I start to feel a little annoyed. I don't believe in beginner's luck, and she's already quadrupled my first score. 20 seconds later, she careens into a boulder. Damn. 123. Not bad for a first time. Well, it's not really a first time. You come here often? I hadn't taken her for the gaming type, though it would make sense considering how close this place is to her work. But she shakes her head. No, my brother plays a lot of video games, and there's a version of this in some arcade pack they have. My parents are really strict about what kind of games we are allowed to play. Honestly, I think the only reason they even bought us a game console was to break stereotypes. I am tempted to ask what she means, but the dour expression makes me think it's a bad idea. Maybe stereotypes of rich people? I don't know. Any more you like? I've got some tokens left. Yukino surveys the selection. Oh, do you know this one? I follow Yukino to Brutality Zero, an older entry in the series of brutality fighting games. It's like when Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat had a baby. The series is cool because the arcade versions always have a character that you can't get in the versions from stores. Yeah, that is true. Usually, at least. As she explains, Yukino's already feeding a pair of tokens into the machine. At least in many games it's like that. Let's put it like this. Not in all arcade games, of course. I take my place beside her as the second player. Yukino chooses a character that has a label behind him saying Exclusive Brawler. I pick Flea Bargain, the character I used to play back home. As soon as the match is on, I unleash my ultimate move, mashing buttons. Yukino isn't very good at this one either, so most of our punches are hitting empty air. Through sheer luck, I managed to land a jump kick and launch her out of the ring. An automatic win for me. Clearly that was pure skill. Yukino rolls her eyes. It's best of 3, champ. Champ. Who's champ? Oh, right. I grab the controller just as the fight restarts. The first time, Yukino opens with a series of quick jabs that I can't block. I try to swipe, but accidentally aim for her character's feet. She jumps over the attack and launches a devastating combo that drains nearly a third of my health and knocks me flat. Fortunately, she can't figure out how to attack my character when he's on the ground, so I recover and retaliate by using Flabbergan's special attack, a swarm of rats that drag her down. Since I accidentally figured out how to attack someone on the ground a moment ago, I'm able to land a combo that ends with my character's finishing blow. Victory music plays as mangy rats override the corpse of Yukino's character. Yeah, that really sounds like a love child where Mortal Kombat was involved. That one was a fair win, I have to say. It was luck. I only worked out how to attack you on the ground by mistake. How about a rematch? I reach into my pocket for more tokens, but I only have a few left. I'm about to suggest I go buy more when Yukino preempts me with a wave of her hand. I've got to get back to work. It was fun though. She smiles again. Oh, well that was quick. Yeah, my break isn't long, and it'll take a while to walk back. Right. Well, good luck. Thanks. Enjoy the rest of your day. She leaves as quickly as the last time when we said goodbye. Seeing her here means I've technically kept my promise to Kojo. But it was so brief, I'm not sure it counts. To be honest, even though it was very short, you kinda like... Yukino showed herself from a more emotional side, and from a more understandable side, you know what I mean? Also, you didn't meet Shion that much longer either. I could just go home, but since I have nothing better to do, I could also go and spend time with Yukino properly. Before I can change my mind, I head down the stairs and elevator and out of the building. It's quickly getting darker and colder, but I don't want to show up on Yukino's heels. I tell my contact to take me on a longer route back to Cold Zone. I arrive just in time to see Yukino is outside the building, locking up. Hey. Sorry, we're close. You're the only one here? The other girl went home early, as soon as I got back. I had to lock up alone. This is like the 3rd time this month. Honestly, she should be fired. Why does your boss keep her around? 'Cause she's hot. I laugh. I honestly laughed. And Yukino shifts her orientation to me as I fall into step beside her. I'm serious. Her chest is her only redeeming feature. Sounds like your boss is a real stand-up guy. He's 40-something and running an ice cream shop. It's pretty safe to say that his personality did not get him very far in life. Sounds like he would get along with my boss. Your boss can't be that uptight if he lets you ditch work to go to HRP meetings. What is with the shaky camera? But the picture looks good, to be honest. I wonder, though, isn't it kind of betrayal that Yukino gets a picture here and the other girls didn't? But the picture looks very good, I have to say. I really have to say. Like, I don't know what is wrong with the sprites, you know? Whoever draw the background art, the actual art and stuff, you know? This really skilled, but the sprites, they look kind of strange. You know what I mean? Also, Ken looks very much different than I expected him to look. Like, I expected him much more to look like a bum. Also strange time to introduce his look. Well, it's a demo. Maybe that will be changed. I think he thinks we're doing him a favor. In reality, no one wins. You don't like them? Boss or the meetings? Both. Boss isn't so bad as long as he doesn't catch you slacking off. I'm not sure how I feel about the meetings yet. What about you? I don't really have an opinion yet either. I decide to bolt and push the issue that I've been thinking about. Well, it seems like they are working for you. She gives me a curious look. What do you mean? The first time I met you, I think you said 5 words. I count them out on my fingers. Hello, I'm Yukino Kajihara. So 4 words. Well, I'm a still I am. That counts as 2. But okay. Yukino blushes. At least I was always told that in English class tests. I'm not really good at talking in front of people. Actually, I was told in English class tests that I shouldn't write I'm at all. You know? Because stupid Germany. Well, I suppose in the US or in England or whatever, wherever, you're not supposed to write I'm and stuff like that in tests as well. I suppose, at least. Thought so. I'm also not good with loud people. Too annoying? I guess. They're just usually so overwhelming. Thinking of the different loud people that I know, I cannot disagree. No. Yeah. 50-50. Yukino pauses mid-step. Something wrong? No, it's fine. Anyway, you didn't seriously come all the way here to walk me home, did you? We scurry across the street. Taxis shrieking past. A cold breeze stings my face. Not really. I was just walking home. It's not like I'm going to tell her why I'm actually out here. And I'm not totally lying either. I'm going home after this. Yukino shivers beside me. You sure you're okay? Fine, just cold. Didn't you have a jacket before or something? Her breath is coming out as little puffs of vapor. I notice she's not wearing a jacket, instead clutching at her bare arms. What happened to your jacket? Yeah, there we go, Ken. Forgot it at the arcade. Better not get sick. If you have to call out, your store might end up with no one on the counter. Yukino smiles, but her teeth are chattering that it makes her lips shaky. It must be freezing with clothing that thin. Yeah, there we go. I thought this might be a decision, but Ken is just a hero among men. The great, great, great junkie Ken. I tuck off my jacket and drape it around her shoulders. She flinches again and her face flushes. I told you I was fine. You're practically blue. Just take it. She scoffs, but tightens her sleeves around tightens the sleeves around her. Now that I'm jacketless, I can understand her shivering. And with the sky looking ready to snow, I could be in real trouble soon. Hey, you said you live in the other direction, right? Where are we going? We? I have to go by my church for a bit. You don't have to come along. I'll give you your jacket back next time I see you. Is that your way of saying get lost? Yukino just shakes her head. May as well stick around then. But now we've reached an unfamiliar part of town, well away from the business district. It's completely wow. This looks quite old for like, like old school. Not like science fiction future. It's completely dark now. Only the pale street lamps and occasional passing cars provide any light. Do you walk this way alone every night? Yeah, this seems like Jack the Ripper London. Well, like I said, I live in the other direction. But what do you mean? I don't know. Just seems dangerous to be out here by yourself. You were out on your own too, weren't you? Yeah, but I'm not a girl, so it's less likely for someone to mess with me. She shrugs. Hopefully we'll get wherever we're going soon, or I'll be the one calling in sick with a cold. Shoving my hands deep into my pockets helps, but my upper arms are left to go numb. Hey, how much farther? My throat is hoarse and scratches when I talk. We're almost there. These kinds of places only exist in the old city. Most people chose to move out of them because they are so inconveniently located. By the way, the arcade is near your work, I just realized. Why the fuck didn't you go to the arcade first? And then to your church? And which church is opened at night? Yeah, okay, there are like night... What do you call that in English? You know, when people gather and praise their respective Lord. You know, that also sometimes happens at night. We turn a corner and pass a few small shops. The windows are all dark, so I can't see what they're selling. We finally stop outside the small white building at the end of the street. A sliver of light peeks out from under the front door, but it's otherwise dark. What looks like a weekly schedule is hanging from a nail. Yukino rubs her hands together, then shoves the door open. That is a very strange church. That seems like the Church of Scientology. Oh, maybe I'm just too old school for this futuristic world. Inside, it's blessedly warm. Ha! Blessedly. My arms sting from the cold. Whoops, what the fuck happened there? I don't know if you just saw that. But somehow my window disappeared. Hopefully you didn't saw that. My arms sting from the cold, so I stand beneath an overhead vent. Be right back. Yukino runs up a flight of stairs, leaving me to wait by the door. She mentioned a church, but this doesn't look like one. There's just a couple of dozen folding chairs, and a projector hanging from the ceiling that is directed at an empty stage. There aren't any posters or decorations. It feels almost sterile. Footsteps echo down the stairs. Yukino reappears, clutching a large bag. So, this is your church? Yukino chuckles a little, though I didn't think I'd say anything funny. Sort of. My dad is the pastor here on weekends. This is the first time I've set foot in a church. I thought they were supposed to have stained glass and those wooden bench things. Like she could read my mind, Yukino goes on to elaborate. Well, it's not just a church. This place is a lot of things. Because the congregation is so small, we can't afford to have a whole building to ourselves. So instead, we rent this one out on Sundays. During the rest of the week, it's also a meeting place for a few other groups. That explains the schedule on the door. How many people show up for church? Which religion, by the way, do you pursue? Judging by the music, it's Catholicism or something. Or maybe, I guess other Christian religions also play that kind of music, but you know. Catholic! Besides my family, I guess maybe like 20 or 30. It's really small. It's tough to say what a normal-sized congregation would be. I'm surprised there's one left, and religious services are broadcast on free channels. I swear to God. Churches, it's the same thing. Like, okay, there are some things that will die, but I swear to God. To God, in apostrophe. I don't believe that there will be one day that nobody will be in the church anymore. I mean, between you and me, I have nothing to do with the church, I have nothing to do with any kind of religion. But still, I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. At least not in the near future. Maybe in 1,000 years. I don't know. But I swear to God, and I'm just saying that, I swear to God, this won't happen in the next 100 years. Definitely not. Anyway, I just need to pick up some stuff. On the other hand, who knows? Who knows? I'll be getting picked up here in a couple of minutes. She tosses my jacket back to me, and I yank it on. I need to be up really early for work. Really? Damn. You shouldn't swear in a church. She glares over her spectacles. It is so ridiculous that I can't tell if she's joking or not. Hey, it's not a church now, is it? She shrugs and laughs. I guess not. Will you be okay getting home? It's a long walk. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's not like I have any other options. I'll be fine. I've got this, after all. I've got this, after all. I hold up one arm of my jacket. Yukino looks worried and confused at the same time. Are you sure? Yeah, I'll call a taxi if I have to. Yeah, I guess so. She shoves the door open again, and I follow her back out into the bitter cold. Do you want me to wait until your ride gets here? Actually, it would be better if you left now. Yeah, if Father Priest comes back. The Father, Pater, Father, he might be pissed. Actually, it would be better if you left now. Oh. Sorry, it's not you or anything. It's more that my parents would get the wrong idea if they saw us together. That's a bit of a strange reason, but I don't say anything. I'd rather just go home. I understand. Have a good night then. You too. Text me when you're home, so I don't have to worry. Jesus. You're not controlling my life, lady. Yeah, sure thing. I'll do that. Yukino smiles and nods. Thanks. Good night. I wave one hand as I turn around, saying farewell. I sigh, my breath steaming in the air, and plug the coordinates for my apartment into my contact. It estimates I'm a few kilometers away. It's going to be a long walk home. Is that a film? I actually wanted to end the episode here, but let's see, maybe this is the end of the demo. Maybe this is back at the beginning or something. Make a sound and I'll shoot. No, please. I can't move. My hands are frozen in heart-bursting anticipation as I watch him raise the gun, point it towards her chest and... Okay, it was just a movie. It was just a movie. So, still not done, huh? I really like, I have to say, after, as mentioned, like, I wasn't really that much into it in the first 3 episodes or something. But from that point on, it really picked up. Like, the pace is actually good. Like, there are so many visual novels out there that take it everything far too fast. But this is really well paced. Like, you get to know all the people, and it's not like, it doesn't feel unnatural or something. It's really good, I have to say, it's really, really good. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the next part, and if you want to see who is phoning Ken here, calling, not phoning. Phoning is not a word. Anyway, I'll see you then. Bye bye.